Hey guys, welcome back. And in today's lesson, we are going to study about list. So list basically is a collection of items, and we can use list to store multiple items in a single variable, and as opposite to using many different variables for storing different details. Let's say I want to store the details of person, name, John, age 25, and let's say gender is male. So we can do the same job and store all these three values in just one list, in just one variable. And let's take a variable, let's say person, and we can store the name as John, comma, age is 25, and gender is male. So instead of using three variables, we can use one variable and store the details inside. And this is the benefit of using list. Now, as we stored different data types in just one list, and that's the beauty of Python. You can store different types of data, string, integer, character, boolean, or anything inside the list, in the same list. Python supports different data types inside the list. And if you want to access the values inside the list, we can use the index of the list to do that. So let me explain the index for you. So everything in list starts from the index 0 to the length of the list. So basically, the John is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2, and if we add one more item, let's say uh, ABC address, and this would be the index 0, 1, 2, 3. So this would be the index 3, because in programming or in list, the index always starts from 0. So this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is index 3. So let's just try to get the value. And to access the value, we just specify the list name and brackets, and inside brackets, we'll specify the index of the data that we want to access. And let's say I want to access the value at 0 index, and will return John. It should return John. And if I want to access the value at index 3, it will return the ABC address, which is index 3 here. And if you want, we can have the full list as output by just specifying the list name. There you go, you got the full list as output. And if you want to check the length of the list, we can check the length by using a function called length. And length is a function which will allow you to check the length of a list. And inside the brackets, we'll specify the list name here. And there you go, the length of the list is 4. So that means basically there are 4 elements inside the list, and the index is always 0 based. So the first value is 0, the second is 2, 1, third is 2, and this one is 3 index. So just keep in mind about indexing in list. And also we can update the value inside the list using the index. Let's say I want to change the name of the person, and I will simply use the index and update the value here. Let's say Ben. So now if I print list on console, the full list, it will simply display the updated value. Let's say, there you go, you can see the difference here. Now the list got updated and stored the updated value in it. So this is how, based on index, we can access, we can update and modify the values inside any list. And if we want to, let's say, the output on individual lines inside this list, we can use for loop to do that, as I mentioned in previous lesson. we're going to use for loop to iterate over any list or collection. So let's say for item in, and here we'll specify the collection name, and collection is person, which is a list here in our case. And now I can simply print item on console. So now in each iteration, item will simply hold one item at a time inside this list, inside the list person, and with each iteration, will increment the value of the index. I mean, we'll hold the next item, then in next item we'll hold the next item, and so on. Let's see the output, and there you go. John, 25, male, and ABC address. So for loop is basically just simplified the output of the list we iterated successfully within just 2 lines of code. And if we do the same job with using the while loop, we have to specify, let's say I equals to 0, and while we need to specify the condition. So I while I less than length of the list. So so that we can not exceed the index range of the list. So just to stay inside the list index range, we're just specifying the condition that I should be less than the length of this list. So this will simply return 4 as we just executed the line before. And now I need to print on console, let's say person, and here I need to pass I because I is representing the index of the list in this loop, and now I need to increment the I by 1 as well. So let's see the output. And okay, you can see this is the output of the for loop, and after for loop, this is the output of the while loop. So you can see for loop is more simpler. You don't need to specify the counter variable, you don't need to use the length function, and you don't need to bother about the indexing. For loop handles all for you, and that's the benefit of using for loop over while loop. We can also have the same type of data in our list. Let's take another list, let's say numbers, and inside here I can say 3, 4, 5, and I want to print these numbers on console. So I just simply pass the list name inside the print function, and it displayed the full list. But if you want to display the individual items, we're gonna, let's say I want to multiply the each number inside the list with 2. So I can do that using the for loop for item in numbers, and now I can multiply item because let's say I want to multiply the item with 2, and this will simply multiply each element inside this list with 2 and display it on console. There you go. The first item is 1 and it's multiplied with 2, and the output is 2, and then so on. We multiplied every element with 2 here. And let's say I want to make a bit more specific, and I will simply say item, original item, which is item, and then I can use comma, and can add as many strings and as many variables as much as I want inside the print statement, and multiplied value. So here I can multiply item, multiply with 2, and let's see the output. And here I'm just leaving let's say just this space just to distinguish the output. So now you can see original item is 1 and multiplied value is 2. So I just added this line here just to separate these outputs from each other so we can see the difference. So original item 1 and the multiplied value is 2, original item is 2 and multiplied value is 4. So this is how you can perform, well actually you can manipulate your list and you can perform any operations and you can perform any data cleaning, any conditions based on if else inside your list using the for loop. And that's all for today's lesson, and see you in next lesson.